The National Prayer and Thanksgiving Service is a covenant that God has with the country Ghana through the late President John Evans Atta Mills. May his soul rest in perfect peace. In that covenant, God has given a lot of promises to benefit this country and to protect this country and to affect our economy. This quarterly prayer meeting for the nation was relegated and died off in the time of our former president John Dramani Mahama. By mentioning his name, I'm not trying to demonize him. I'm just making reference to what God has said. Because we have relegated this, the blessing and the glory that the nation is supposed to experience, we are not experiencing it. And God said, this is when it gets more dangerous. God said he has given us a chance again. If this quarter comes to an end, which is from July to September, and the nation don't restore the National Prayer and Thanksgiving Service, the covenant seal of God for the nation Ghana, mark it, this is what is about to happen. We are going to enter into a worse situation. These are the things that will happen. That's why I say do everything possible and let the president hear this message. The media should take it on. Let the president hear this message. Don't joke with it. Now this one is going to happen. God said, if this third quarter comes to an end and we don't restore the National Prayer and Thanksgiving, Mr. President, the nation is going to enter into another stage of difficulties. Now this is what is going to happen. Most of the institutions will go on strike. That is a sign. Most of the governmental institutions, both private companies and also private institutions and governmental institutions, we are going to see a lot of strike actions. And people will not understand why the strike. But it's going to happen. The strike actions will take place and it's going to make governing very difficult for you, Mr. President. And the reason is because we refuse to restore the National Prayer and Thanksgiving Service that was instituted as a covenant seal concerning the nation Ghana through the late President John Evans Atta Mills. There are blessings that we are supposed to experience as we do these services. There is a divine blessing that we are supposed to be experiencing. I don't have the time to go into it. If you want to know more about it, go on my page, Apostle Chris Lever Jono. Most of these things are there. They are there about National Prayer and Thanksgiving Service. It is there. So what God is saying about the nation is that we should restore the National Prayer and Thanksgiving Service. If the nation will come out of this hardship, if we don't, what is going to happen next is this. I repeat, there's going to be a lot of strike actions, both from the private sector and also from the government sector. And people will not understand why the strike actions, and it's going to affect the governing of this of our beloved country. It's going to affect our progress. It's going to affect us a lot. But that is God in action. So, Mr. President, the Lord said, restore the National Prayer and Thanksgiving Service. Even though it was not in your regime that it was relegated, your regime can do the right thing. Restore the National Prayer and Thanksgiving Service. Beloved, as you have heard this news, broadcast it, let the president hear it. The little that you are experiencing when the Lord said from the beginning, the hardship, you see how we are crying. The worst is coming. But if we restore the national prayer and thanksgiving as the Lord is instructing, we are going to experience a lot of speed in terms of progress in our development. Things are going to change for the nation.